It's coming from an unlikely corner of the continent, an epicenter of what's called the Sahel region in West Africa. From here, a small but mighty nation is taking charge, and it's doing something that was once unimaginable. In a bold move that's rewriting the rules for infrastructure development in Africa, Burkina Faso is building the longest irrigation canal on the entire continent. This is a monumental feat in itself. But the true marvel lies in the way they're doing it. They've chosen to do it alone. Forget about foreign aid, forget about Western oversight, and forget about those crippling loans with their suffocating strings attached. This is a revolution, and it's happening right before our eyes. But why is this happening now? Why is water suddenly at the center of Burkina Faso's fight for independence? And how did one dam ignite what some are calling the most defiant infrastructure project on the continent? As the African diaspora saying goes, if your wife has gone to the market and is taking too long to return, you must prepare to eat beans again. But in the case of Burkina Faso, it seems they're not just settling for beans. They're going for the whole feast. Welcome to the epic story of Burkina Faso, a nation in transition. A country where a vision for self-reliance is being realized through one of the most ambitious infrastructure projects in modern African history. We're talking about the Great Canal project, a game changer that promises to transform the lives of millions. And what makes this story even more compelling is the way they're pulling it off, without outside help, without loans, and without interference. They're doing it their way, on their own terms. It's a narrative that challenges the status quo, a status quo that dictates that African nations must rely on foreign expertise and funding to undertake such ambitious endeavors. Well, Burkina Faso is shattering that mold, proving that with determination and a clear vision, they can pave their own path to progress. Join me as we delve into this remarkable journey, exploring the challenges, the triumphs, and the unwavering spirit of a nation determined to secure its future. Burkina Faso is taking on the biggest infrastructure project in its history. The country is building a 327-kilometer-long canal to bring water to its people and power to its fields. But what's truly mind-blowing is how they're tackling this Herculean task without any foreign help. No loans, no experts from abroad, no conditions. It's a breath of fresh air in a continent where such projects often come with a hefty dose of Western interference. You might be wondering how they're managing to pull this off, especially when such projects are usually synonymous with huge foreign debts. Well, the answer lies in their commitment to self-reliance. The government is funding this mega project from its own resources, showing that African nations can take charge of their own destiny. It's a giant leap towards independence and a resounding message to the world that Burkina Faso won't be dictated to. They're writing their own future, and they're doing it on their own terms. Now let's talk logistics. This isn't just a small-scale operation. We're talking about a canal that's nearly 11 times longer than the famous Suez Canal. It's a monumental undertaking that would put many developed nations to shame. But this isn't just about size. It's about the impact. The canal is expected to irrigate over 500,000 hectares of land, providing water to 2 million people and generating up to 10 gigawatts of electricity. This project isn't merely a lifeline for Burkina Faso. It's a testament to the power of self-reliance and a shining example for other African nations looking to chart their own course. It's a symbol of independence, a middle finger to those who believe African nations need Western guidance, and a loud and clear message that African nations can lead, plan and execute projects that were once deemed too daunting. Burkina Faso's journey towards self-sufficiency didn't happen overnight. It's the result of years of careful planning, strategic decision-making and a deep-rooted commitment to progress. In a continent where coups have become a disheartening norm, Burkina Faso stands tall, showcasing that true leadership can steer a nation towards prosperity. This isn't just a victory for Burkina Faso. It's a beacon of hope for the entire African continent. In a world where African nations are often portrayed as helpless recipients of foreign aid, Burkina Faso is emerging as a trailblazer, proving that with determination and a proactive approach, they can be the masters of their own destiny. Their story is a powerful reminder that Africa's narrative is not one of dependency, but of growth, resilience, and self-determination. Burkina Faso's path to greatness wasn't paved with foreign assistance or Western guidance. They forged their own path, brick by brick, step by steadfast step. What started as a vision has transformed into reality, all thanks to the relentless efforts of a nation united, a nation determined to secure its future. As we witness Burkina Faso's remarkable journey, we're reminded of the timeless African proverb, "If your wife has gone to the market and is taking too long to return, you must prepare to eat beans." But Burkina Faso isn't settling for beans. They're serving themselves a feast they've earned through their sweat, their determination, and their unwavering belief in their own abilities. Burkina Faso's story is a testament to the human spirit's indomitable will. Despite the odds stacked against them, they've risen to the challenge, proving that limitations are often self-imposed. They've dared to dream big, and they're working tirelessly to make those dreams a reality. In the face of adversity, Burkina Faso has shown us that setbacks are but stepping stones to greater triumphs. They've turned challenges into opportunities, weaving them into the fabric of their success. The road ahead may still be filled with obstacles, but Burkina Faso is ready. They've honed their skills, sharpened their tools, and forged alliances. They're not just building a canal. They're building a legacy of self-reliance, a legacy of resilience, and a legacy of unwavering determination. The world is watching Burkina Faso, not just because of the monumental task they've undertaken, but because of the manner in which they're executing it. They're not just building a canal, they're building a blueprint for other African nations, a blueprint for self-sufficiency, a blueprint for progress. As Burkina Faso marches forward, they carry with them the hopes and dreams of a continent. They're not just digging canals, they're digging their own path to greatness. They're not just moving earth, they're moving mountains. They're defying the odds, and they're doing it on their own terms. So let the world take notice. Burkina Faso is on the move. And as they carve their path to greatness, they invite others to follow suit. It's time for Africa to rise, to take charge, and to build the future it envisions. And Burkina Faso is leading the way. As the sun sets over Burkina Faso, we're left with a sense of awe and inspiration. The sight of men and women working tirelessly, not just for their own good, but for the betterment of their nation, is a sight to behold. These individuals aren't just workers, they're the backbone of a nation, the unsung heroes of progress. As we reflect on Burkina Faso's journey, we realize that behind every great nation are the countless hands that have toiled, the sweat that has watered the seeds of progress, and the dreams that have illuminated the path forward. In Burkina Faso's story, we see a microcosm of Africa's potential, a potential that's often overshadowed by external narratives. But Burkina Faso is changing the narrative. They're showing the world that Africa is not just a continent of challenges and aid dependencies. It's a continent brimming with potential, a potential that's ready to blossom with the right guidance and support. And as the African diaspora saying goes, if your wife has gone to the market and is taking too long to return, you must prepare to eat beans. But Burkina Faso isn't eating beans. They're serving themselves a banquet they've earned through their sweat, their innovation, and their unyielding spirit. In the tapestry of Africa's nations, Burkina Faso's story shines brightly, a beacon of hope, a testament to the power of self-reliance, and a celebration of the indomitable spirit of a people determined to shape their own destiny. And as we close this chapter on Burkina Faso's remarkable journey, let us carry with us the lessons they've taught us. Let us be inspired by their courage, their resilience, and their unwavering commitment to progress. For in their story, we find not just the history of a nation, but a reflection of our shared humanity, a reminder that with unity, determination, and a clear vision, we can overcome any obstacle and build a future we're proud to call our own.